Hello, and welcome to another paint night with me, Chris, aka Mini Wargamer Chris, aka my desk is a mess. Sorry, I'm blowing bits of resin everywhere here. I'm trying to get rid of some of this stuff here. So tonight, what are we going to work on? No idea. I have some work to do on Rotigus before I actually get him ready for the next bit of quick tips I have to do. Basically meaning I just gotta like finish off some pustules and fleshy bits and stuff like that, and the usual kind of crap. Sorry, I'm just trying to pull up my chat here so I can see what the heck is going on here. Okay, I'm good now. We're good. We're all good. Sorta. Sorta, kinda. I'm unmuted, right? Yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, okay. Good, good, good. Oops. Good. Good, good. Good, good. Good. And let's set that up right about there. Yeah, so I'm going to work on Rotigus. Some of you might not be familiar with this model. Right here. Well, you can barely see him under this camera. Oh, that's horrible. 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 Let's switch off to the proper work camera here. Let's fix that window there. We don't need to see all that. There we go. I guess we can move this because we don't need to see that either, do we? We don't need to see the man behind the curtain, as it were. This resin dust out here. Cleaning a resin model. For some of you who might know what that is, I'm working on a model for Crystal Brush. So hopefully I can get it done by then. If not, oh well. If I do, beauty. If I don't, it's alright. I'll live. So here's Rotigus. Now, oh, you know what? Let's switch focus here. Let's switch up the focus. Turn down that a little bit. Let's turn that down a bit. Let's turn that down a bit. And let's turn this up a bit. There we go. Yeah. That good? That's good. That's good. That's alright. That's alright. It's alright. It's alright. So here is Rotigus. Now, everybody on following the Mini Wargaming's YouTube channel, as well as Vault members within Mini Wargaming's Vault, which, you should join. It's really awesome. And for the last, I don't know, it's been about 2 weeks now I've been working on this guy. Showing everything right from the skin all the way up to all the little effects I've been doing and stuff. So, you can see, he's just been a mountain of detail. Look at that. Ooh. Yeah. And so, he's been a lot of fun. But like there's other areas and stuff like that, like I gotta finish off, and all sorts of areas. Pustules, I gotta finish off some of the edging on some of the wounds and things like that, and so we are going to tackle that tonight. So I figured I'd work on my stuff while you guys work on your stuff, while I possibly chat and discuss things with you. Possibly. What do I need first here? I'm going to work on some of the pustules. So I'm going to need some cardboard crimson for that, as well as some, no, not Weight Watcher. No, not Gilliman. Come on, where the hell's my... Alright, I'm getting mad. Getting mad. Yeah, I'm getting really mad. No, where the... Okay, well, I'm going to take my Juchi just in case I need my Juchi as well. Where the hell... Oh, there it is. Just as I was about to get mad, found my colors. So, basically what I'm going to do is grab a, yeah, let's start off with some Carver Crimson. And let's go hit some areas here. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to use 2 brushes. I'm going to grab these 2. One I'm going to apply a bit of color down, and then the other one I'm going to feather the color out. Kind of like 2-brush blending, or, well, yeah, feathering, or blending, whichever way you want to look at it. But this is done with the inks. Now, anybody who's been watching this video series, or is a Vault member, already knows basically what I'm going to do here, but some of you guys might never have seen me do this kind of stuff before. And so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a bit of the Crimson, lay a little bit down, grab a little bit in my brush. Let's start with this little pustule here in his forearm. And so we'll grab this here. We're going to lay a nice generous amount down, like so. You can see that. And with this brush, we feather it out, as you can see. That's it. Nothing terribly complex. I basically also run the color into the recesses of the folds as well. Get a little bit more color going on there. Feather this out, like so. There. You can see it just gives a nice little area of irritation there. We'll also catch some of these pustules up here on his arm. He's got lots of skin problems going on, so you know we really got to be careful around him because you don't want any of it to pop. That's gross, I know. It's gross, I know. Anyway, so go over there. Feather this up. There we go. There we go. Nice. Nice. Yeah. I think it gives us a nice color variation in there. Now, where else we got to hit? What are some obvious places here? I guess on this arm, that's alright. It's like we can get a similar effect like that on the arm simply by taking, say, Carver Crimson and thinning down with shade wash. We can get a similar effect, but I'm not really looking for that. I'm looking for something much more controlled. Sorry, I'm just seeing a little area here I want to get. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you know what, too? There's some areas on the hands as well. This guy is just so darn big and gross. Yeah, like he's got all sorts of little things going on the back of his hand here. Oh, right, I gotta check the comments here. Right, check the comments. Who's joining me tonight? We got Skull4552, sup Chris, sup Skull. George Hints, hi. Hello, George. ArtGeek73, hello all. Question: are you going to be going to see some 3D printing quick tips in the future with the printer in the background? Not really. Just, you know, it's not really the focus right now. Oh, my volume's up on this. What the hell? Ebb and Flow, sup everybody. Sup Ebb and Flow. Sir Peanut Butter, evening people. Evening. Yeah, so with the 3D printer though, no, I mean, like, we're not likely to do any quick tips with it. We might do some videos showcasing some stuff, but otherwise, no. You're not going to see, like, quick tips with it. I don't even know how interesting that would be. Actually, you know, anybody who's curious about, 3D printing, sure, is going to find it, enthralling. I'm sure, but otherwise, yeah. It's not like people are beating down our doorstep to have us, play those. I just remembered I got to do this side too. Here, I got to get all this stuff here. All this irritation, broken skin. So what's everybody working on tonight? Has everybody got a project in front of them right now and they're painting along? Or are you guys just listening to me yammer on? Which is fine. I don't mind. Puts a bit of pressure on me though. Because I've got to be entertaining. And I don't always want to be entertaining. Yeah, there we go. That looks a lot better. That's a lot more contrasty around that whole, I don't know, whatever the hell that is. I don't even know what to begin to call that. That collection of boils. Let's see here. Now, we've got this broken skin. Should we do with anything with that? I don't know. Let's get this little fleshy bits here with some shade wash and we'll figure it out. And so we'll do some of this. Maybe let some of the color build up there. Come back here. Get some of the color build up here. Yeah. Alright, we'll play with that little broken skin bit area. We'll play with that. There we go. Okay. Alright, so let's come back to this area here, where we got on the forearm. Let's come in with some Beltan green for Beltanning. And we're going to do the exact same damn thing. Lay a little bit of green, feather it out. Just like so. Yeah, that's not bad. Let's get the little pustules over here. Lay a generous amount down there. Feather that out. with the addition of the green, you get much more depth with some of these colors. It's going to sound crazy, but I think we're going to have to do a little bit more green. Just a little bit. Just to get some of those little areas around the bubbles, the boils. Really bring them out. You know what, for Google's sake, let's hit some of this area here with a little bit of greens. Yeah, let's do that. Let's bring some of this sickly mass. Sorry if I go a little bit quiet. I'm concentrating. Let's get this thing over by his spleen. I have no idea if is that where the spleen would be on this guy? I don't know. The fun part is you want to follow the folds, like all the little nooks and crannies of the guy. You want to, I don't know why, but you just want to follow all those little details. And it just seems like so much fun. Like you get some of these little areas up here where it looks like there should be some, you know, definition to the boils and such. And I think I am going to bring some definition there. I'm going to put a little bit of this on my palette. I'm going to grab a little bit of Flow Aid. Just a drop. Mix that in. And let's hit some of these areas here where there should be some discoloration around the boils. Again, just bring back that green vibe to this guy, because that's what's been kind of lacking. That when I've been working on this guy is that, you know, he doesn't feel all the way Nurgle. You know, he's a great unclean one after all, but he just doesn't feel Nurgle enough for me, you know. And so some little green pustules, I think, ought to do it. Just a few. Of course, if we overdo it, we can always come back with some flesh tone and push that back down again. If we overdo it, which I've been known to do. Once or twice. Maybe 3 times. Maybe more. I'm liking pushing some of these green tones around here. What color would his nipples be? Hey, what color would those nipples be? All right, let's allow some of this stuff to dry, and then we will head over to the comments here. What do we got here? Skull 4552. Time to go into a state of panic. One of my Death Company bodies have been lost, and I think the vacuum got it. Oh man, that sucks. Art Geek, maybe some modeling concerning miniatures and such, maybe. Ebb and Flow, happy I backed the Hate Kickstarter. The Hate Kickstarter. Oh yeah, the Hate. Yeah, that new game. Art Geek 75. I'm assembling the War Machine 2-player box set. The Crix caster has some seriously ugly mold lines. Yeah, I find that about a lot of Privateer Press, the plastics. Those mold lines, and they're not easy to clean either. And the plastic they use, at least in some of the older kits, unless of course they've changed their plastic. I don't know, it's been a while since I played with any of their plastics, but it seems really fibrous. You know, as you're cleaning it, it seems like you get these long fibers, and it seems kind of annoying. You know, Grimjaw, perhaps, just perhaps. George, how are you? How are finding the war colors? Do you like them? I haven't even played with them yet. I haven't played with them. I recently did a video for AssetDrop.co. They're doing this monthly subscription box. It's kind of like Loot Box, if you're familiar with that one. There's lots of companies, doing similar kind of things, and this is the wargaming version of it, which is, a pretty cool idea. And so they threw in a couple war colors. And so I've been meaning to give them a try. I have not tried them out. They come in a nice little hard plastic bottle, which is kind of nice. I don't know. Let's squirt a little bit out onto the palette. Let's have a look. Well, right out of the bottle, it seemed to flow okay. It feels smooth. Feels all right. And color seems all right. It's a bit like early Citadel paint or Formula P3 paint. It's where it's not quite as thin as, say, Vallejo or Scale 75, but it is pretty thin. But yeah, first a couple initial videos I seen of this stuff, it looked like it was quite thick. And this stuff here, let's see here. I'm gonna grab a guy here. Let's grab this guy here. And I don't know, let's throw a little bit of color onto his jacket here. Let's see how well this covers. Knock the dust off him. Seems to cover all right on top of black and grays. Seems to go on pretty smooth. Let's thin it out a little bit with some water. Let's see what we get here. I mean, I imagine it's probably going to flow just fine. Let's see here. It covers on top of black pretty darn good. I mean, I'm going to have to apply more than one coat, but upon the first initial coat, like there's pretty decent coverage. And that's not bad. And I've thinned it out a bit with water, as you can see on the back of that sleeve there. And so it doesn't seem too bad. Not bad at all. Just gonna go around and finish this little sleeve. Yeah, it doesn't feel too bad. Like I said, it feels like Formula P3 or early Citadel. which would be like Cote d'Arms, where, yeah, and it looks like it's drying with almost like a semi-gloss finish, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, even up on here where I thinned it out, almost has like a semi-gloss look to it, which I found was a trait common to like this early Citadel stuff or P3, which is kind of hilarious. But otherwise, I mean, it's not bad. Seems to cover okay. But like I said, though, it's drawing with a bit of a shine to it. And I know some people just hate that. I don't know. Just hate it. I mean, it seems a little crazy to me, but either way, yeah. Yeah. No, it's not bad. You know, I'm not being wowed here or anything like that. I mean, but I mean, it's just an opaque color. Typical opaque colors are, you know, fairly typical. You know, it's usually not until we get into like the metallics that I start to really kind of scrutinize paint. So that's where I really start to really eyeball the paints. This is when we're talking about the metallics. For me, metallics are key. Sorry, just my OCD is saying I need to do this other sleeve before I carry on with any other miniatures. But otherwise, yeah, it's not bad. I mean, you know, what can I say? I'll play around with some more colors and stuff. Have a look, see how it blends. But off the hop, my first impression is that it feels like Formula P3. That's what this paint feels like, or old Citadel colors. This feels like I'm painting with Cote d'Arms paint, if you ever used those colors before. But otherwise, oh no, as it dries more, I can see it drying with more of a matte finish. Okay. So maybe once it's fully dry, maybe it'll be completely matte. Maybe it's just looking, maybe it's got a slow drying. Maybe it's got a slow dry. Maybe that's what it is. It's a slow dry. Maybe. Comments. Art Geek 73. I think Jay Adden reviewed them and liked the paints. Sure. Michael Rivera, can't see. Grim, that's a pretty nice blue. Yeah. Michael, what couldn't you see? What I was painting? I'm sorry, when I get into my paintings, sometimes I forget to frame up a little bit. Where are we here? Oh, yeah. So next, for the little boils on his arm, I'm going to grab some Drucci Violet and very carefully apply this around the boils and pustules and other such nastiness. So basically I'm just going around the areas. Yeah. Let's get a nice bit of contrast in there. Some nasty, nasty boils. Nasty. A little bit more purple here. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to feather this one out. Yeah. Blend a bit of that down there. Put a little bit more purple right in here. Just like so. There we go. Yeah, that looks nasty. Looks gross. Gross and nasty. Put this away. And let's grab some dryad bark. Some dryad. Oh, excuse me. I just had my dinner, so you have to forgive me if I occasionally burp. You'll have to forgive me. You'll have to. Have to. You just gotta. Gots to. You know what? It doesn't seem like this is lit well enough. Maybe if I move the light over here. No, that's no good. Here. No. No. I guess we're just stuck with this particular angle, I guess. Oh well. Okay. So now these little areas are still drying, but that's okay. I'm going to come in with some dryad bark, which is a nice deep dark brown color, and I'm going to begin base coating the pustules. Now, everybody who's been watching the YouTubes or is a Vault member already knows what I'm going to do with this. And for those who don't, well, what are you doing with your life? Get a Vault membership, man. You needs that. Mornfang Brown is next. Grab a little bit of this. Oh, got a bit on my finger. Switching to the detail brush. The detail brush. And with this color, we're basically going to do about half of each of the little pustules surface. Hey, I got a bit of blue in my brush. Some of that blue is still active. So let's go. Yeah. If you're not quite able to see what I'm doing here, it's because of this stupid ass angle, though, how I have to paint this and where the camera is. But basically what I'm doing is I'm applying the Mornfang Brown on the lower half of each of the little pustules. Basically what I'm doing here, if anybody can take a guess, so I'm doing it like how we do gemstones. Next, I'm going to grab a little bit of Unclean Sunset. Throw a little bit of this onto the palette. But before we do that, I'm going to take a little bit of the brown and mix it. And a little bit more brown. There we go. Yeah. Just so I have an in-between color. Just so that I can fake having a nice, transition of colors in here. You can see here how I guess you can't see. I got the Mornfang Brown, Unclean Sunset, and then I mix a little bit together. Make an in-between color. And now basically I am going to apply this the bottom half. Kind of a crescent shape. Excuse me. So basically I'm just doing like a crescent shape. Like a moon. A crescent moon. So we're doing this on the bottom half of each of the little boils. And once we're done that, you can see there. And come in, grab some Unclean Sunset. Some Everland. We'll do the same thing. Come in again, looks a little bit smaller. And just a little bit further down. Sorry if you can't see it, but you'll just have to take my word for it. The pustules. It's basically the same effect that I did along the belly here. Did those little pustules there. So this bright kind of, almost like they're ready to pop kind of look. Like they're ready to pop. And I know what you're thinking. Chris, that's mighty gross. How could you think of such a thing? And you know what? I answer, I don't know. I might be pretty gross. So there. Oop. There. And yeah, let's finish it off with a little spot of Uriel yellow. Just a tiny little splash. Now basically all I'm going to do is I'm going to apply a little, just a tiny little dot of Uriel yellow at the bottom portion of each of the little pustules. That's all they're going to get each, just the tiniest of the dots. Just like that. And then to finish the effect off, we hit it with some white scar. This is just a little spot highlights. Again, kind of like how we paint gemstones. boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, and beep, boop. There. And so you should be able to see those little pustules on his arm. Kind of ready to bust forward. So, I come back to the Carver Crimson. I'm just going to deepen up some of that soreness look around those wounds, around the pustules, just to get a little more color interest in there. Just like so. Just like so. Oh, I got some color up on my tentacles over here. Jeez Louise. Dang. I didn't even notice that. Now I gotta fix that. What did I use for that? That's probably some Screamer Pink. We'll probably use a bit of Screamer Pink to correct that. So we're just going to throw a little bit onto the palette. We'll turn it into a glaze, and then we should be able to cover that right up. Grab a bit of water, and we could use some medium as well. And yeah, let's touch this up. There. Almost like it never happened. Almost. Is that the only ones that are clean? Yeah. Blowing out a little bit. Let's get a little more color here. And there. Yeah. Perfect. 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 You know, I was just thinking, for giggles, let's try something here. Where's my bright flesh? Pale skin? I think that's what I used. Pale skin is I think my final highlight that I used on this guy. And Zoe Deschanel, painting my ex-wife. Can't say it looks nice, but does look accurate, my friend. He's all gooey and slimy and disgusting. Don't worry, I'm not done with him either. There's still more stuff to do on this guy. At least more stuff that I want to do on him. And so let's grab a little bit of this. Let's grab our detail brush. What I'm going to do basically is the skin that kind of breaks around the pustule. I'm going to give that a little highlight, just to add some dimension to it. And really kind of bring the eye in and really, bring out that texture. I'm going to try it out on the belly ones. I didn't do it on the belly ones here. I'm going to try it out here, just for giggles' sake. I can honestly say I kind of like it. I don't know if you guys can see it all that well, but I just hit that edge around the pustules, the flesh tone. Maybe I should have went with a darker flesh tone. Oh well. See, this one's not so bad because I can see most of the highlights. I think what it was is wherever the highlights got missed. I think that's what it is. Or too much color was laid down. Oh, like that, right there. Son of a gun. Man. If you're fast, you can usually extract the color right off the surface. If you're fast. Which I was mostly able to do. Of course, I can always come in with a bit of color. I can even take some of this Screamer Pink here. Just for giggles. Let's take some of the Screamer Pink here. Let's see how this looks next to some of these wounds. Sort of along here. Yeah. That actually looks really nasty. Let's try some over here. Yeah. Yeah, that's the ticket. Of course, too, once I start playing with some colors, I just want to take right off with them. Head off into different directions and go where no man has gone before. Something like that, anyway. So, yes, I'm going to continue on with the highlighting of the bubbles without further delay. Let's catch some of these little areas here. I actually kind of like the look. I'm getting that little edge highlighter on there. Actually really kind of brings those little details out. I don't know if you guys can see that very well, but on my one screen, everything looks really dark. On my other one, everything looks fine. Yeah, so anyway, where am I? Oh, I don't know. Oh, I guess everybody's pretty quiet in here. Okay. Fine, don't talk. I didn't want to talk to you anyway. Alright, so where are we here? What do we do as nipples? Oh, what do we do with the nipples? You know what, I want to hit some green over here first. And I pretty much just make it up as I go. In these kind of instances where, you know, I have like lots of area and there's lots of like random things going on and, you know. Oh, you know what, that's the other thing I should do too. Well, I have that flesh tone out. I'll do in a moment. Let's grab some of this. How do those hairs do that? Probably because I'm being rough with them. I just want to get a little bit of this green in here. Bottom part of the face here, where some boils or something might have popped. Just start feathering it out. Go. Yeah. Yeah, I'm liking that. Actually, I wouldn't mind pushing some of this back. Actually, there's a little bit of a tide mark there. Push that back. Yeah, there we go. Push some of that back a bit. Yeah. Yeah. That's better. Much better. Much better. All right. Carry on. Carry on, carry on. Actually, I have no idea where I'm supposed to go next. Oh, yeah, I got these little nobules over here. So, we will, again, start with these little cysts or whatever the hell they are. Paint them dryad bark first. Dryad. Don't think I need that much. Slap a little bit onto my palette. And, oh man, nasty. Just nasty. So basically we're just going to hit this whole little cluster here. There's another big one here. I don't know if I feel like painting that one. Ah, screw it. Let's paint it. Let's paint it. It's big and nasty. Oh, these big nasty boils and cysts all over this guy. Gross. Gross. I want to talk Nurgle bums. Now we're talking Nurgle bum. Oh. It's kind of hard to tell, like where the flesh ends and the boils begin. Oh yeah, that was what I was gonna do. I was gonna take some of this flesh here, get a little bit of a glaze going. Yeah, that's all right. And then just reestablish some of these boils on the top of his flesh here. Again, if I go quiet, it's because I'm concentrating. I'm not really much of a chew bubblegum and talk kind of guy. Not usually, anyway. Some might disagree. Some might say, damn, you can't shut that guy up. Now, prior to me starting the live stream tonight, George was asking if I was going to start up the Discord so that we could talk while I'm doing this. And I thought it was a pretty good idea, but I wasn't going to be able to implement it tonight. But maybe next time I do this, yeah, I'll have the Discord connected, and that way we can actually have some talkage going on as well. I think that might actually be kind of fun. Just let those dry. I starting to overthink all this? No, I don't think so. I don't think so at all. Anything happening in the comments? Ebb and flow, Chris. Nurgle nipples? Ew. 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 Grimjaw, great improvisation. I'm dreadful with that myself. Also agreed, Ebb and flow. Most unpleasant. Michael Riviera, how do they make these? 3D print? Typically, like these miniatures, how they make them, like nowadays, what they'll do is they'll sit at their computer and they have a 3D drawing program that allows them to, sculpt and, make everything in 3D. Then they send that file off to the manufacturer, who then, because these kits are styrene plastic, which is a fairly sturdy plastic, fairly light. It's pretty rigid, but it's got a little bit of flex, but it's. If you've ever done like model kits, some model kits they have like really soft plastics, so some of the model kits have really hard plastics. This is more of a hard plastic, and once they have that file to the manufacturer goes through this tooling process where they have these little slabs of aluminum, and then a bit just goes through and just cuts out the mold using the like a CNC, and it just goes through and it cuts it out, and then they put the two halves together, squirt styrene plastic into it, pop it open, you got yourself a plastic model. Now, they're just doing most of that on 3D nowadays. Back in early days of this company, it was all hand sculpted, and there's still lots of companies out there where there's guys, they're just hand sculpting this stuff. There's a lot of companies doing it by 3D as well. Some of the smaller companies will do the work in 3D and then get a 3D print of their master, and then they'll cast that for pewter or resin. And typically it's resin that they're doing that in. But yeah, so that's another way. So there is some 3D printing going on. Does Games Workshop do the 3D printing phase? I don't know. I honestly don't know. They could be. I don't see why they wouldn't be. Just for for when they're prototyping, and and seeing how big a model is, and and just kind of how it looks, and I imagine there probably is a 3D master out there that was just for demonstration purposes, but otherwise, the mass production just goes off. But otherwise, smaller companies who are doing like resin casts of their models, yeah, they're most likely doing a 3D print of their sculpture. I recently bought a model, and it's a 3D print of their sculpture. Beautiful, beautiful model. Patreon supporters have gotten a sneak peek at what it is and what I'm working on. Michael Riviera, thank you. No problem, Michael. Feel free to ask whatever questions you like, man. Whatever. I'm here for a while. I'm willing to answer your questions. Ask away. I mean, don't take my whole night up, answering questions, but you know what I mean. Anyway, we're going back into the Mornfang Brown, and we are going to do the underside of these pustules. Gross. And so basically what I'm doing with this first initial highlight is I'm laying it on like 5/8. 5/8? Yeah, like 5/8 of that pustule surface. I'm just laying this initial brown down on that highlight. The goal being that, you know, it looks like pus. Gross. It's pus. Yeah, this nice big one here. Let's do lots of this one here. Gross. Yeah, that's fun. Oh, Nurgle, Nurgle, Nurgle. So much fun. Okay. A moment. Greenleaf Terrain Studio. Look at the sloppy fellow. The sloppy fellow. Just sloppy. Skull 4552. So I just snapped the blade off my exo knife, trying to remove a shoulder pad. Almost lost an eye. Holy moly, man. Yeah, you got to be careful of that. Oops, geez Louise. Got to be careful of that. Damn near lose an eye over this stuff. That's not worth it, is it? Is it? I don't think so. Ooh. Seem to be having a bit of trouble hanging on to my pot of paint. Hopefully I'm not having a stroke or anything. Wouldn't that be something, eh? Have a stroke on live internet TV. So what I'm going to do is what I did last time. I'm going to take some Avalanche Sunset and I'm going to mix it into the Mornfang Brown. Just like so. Really quickly give me an in-between color. Oh, look at that. Pretty close to the last time I did it. Pretty darn close. As I always mention, if you're pretty consistent in how you draw your paint, you can get pretty consistent results. And so, let's grab that. Let's do that. Let's do that. And so basically what I'm doing is I'm applying like a little crescent shape at the bottom end of each of the little pustules. If you've been watching from the beginning, then you know already what I'm doing. But just for completeness sake, I don't mind repeating myself just so that everybody's all on the same page. Of course, it does make me sound like a crazy person every once in a while. There we go. And then while we have our Avalanche Sunset out, quickly grab a little bit of that, switch to our detail brush, rehydrate it a bit. Just a bit. Yeah, not too much. Not too much, because we want to be able to control this. I'm not looking to go as far as what we had previously done. Just a little bit of the way. Almost like a half crescent shape. And so if you've never painted gemstones before, this is pretty much how we do it. This is the pretty common way of painting it and creating a gemstone-like effect. That big one, I'm going to lay a little bit more yellow down. Yeah, nice and solid here. There we go. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right. Your yellow is next. Slap a little bit of this down. You know what? I'm going to move the camera just ever so slightly this way. Oh, shoot. Knocking stuff over now. All right. Back to the boils and the pustules. All this nasty nurgleness. Nasty nurgle. Nasty nurgle. So basically with this final little highlight, it's just going to gather just a bit of color right in that area there. Yeah. Perfect. Perfect. Here, I'm just going to go a little bit. And just draw it out just a bit. Yeah. There we go. Not too bad, not too bad. Again, it's a fairly quick effect to do. We'll grab some white scar. Finish those little highlights off. Now, the one thing some of you might or might not be noticing is that I'm not using any glaze on top of these things yet. That's because that's coming later. There's still more I want to do to Rotigus. I'm not even done this guy yet. This guy's... We're still... Well, we're nearing the completion of this guy, but still a few more things I want to do. Plus, too, I haven't even done his base yet. That's it. You just throw that little white highlight on there, and you got your whole little gemstone effect going on. Now then, set that down. How are we in these comments? Where the hell am I? Oh, this is the fourth time too. Oh, geez, that you've almost snapped a blade and almost got yourself in the eye. Grim, glad I have to wear glasses anyway. Hearing that, less likely to lose an eye and all that jazz. Yeah, wear glasses. Greenleaf terrain. What's under that blue cloth, you think? What's under it? Magic. Grim, do you really want to know is the question, I suppose. Yes. Ebb and flow at Greenleaf terrain. Since it's Nurgle, likely something equal parts horror and humor. knowing Nurgle. If we know Nurgle, that's most likely. But the question is, can we truly know Nurgle? Can we truly? Going back to the Carberg Crimson, we're going to go in and pick out some of these boils and the little area that we have, the little festered area here. We need to correct it. It's not sore enough looking. So, we're going to come in. There we go. Grab a nice little amount of Carberg Crimson. Begin laying this sucker down. There we go. And we're going further. Yeah, there we go. So we got a nice bit of a blend going on there. Let's do this side here. Since there doesn't seem to be enough color or anything. Water. Water. Tide mark there. That's okay. Yeah, that looks way better now. A lot more contrastiness. Now then, where else do we go? He's got like boils and bumps all over the damn place. Like, you could be at this all day just trying to figure all this texture out. Like this stuff here. I'm just going to hit some of these areas here. Yeah. Let's do that on the other side of his bum. On the other side of his Nurgle bum. Nurgle bum. Nurgle bum. Oh, how he has a Nurgle bum. Nurgle bum. Yeah, let's catch this one right here. Right along the old Nurgle bum. Let's feather that out. Just push that color around, get into the recesses. Follow some of the, the folds in the flesh. Give it much more of a natural-like appearance. Come back in. Add a bit more. Yeah. That's right. Nurgle bum. God help me how I loves me some Nurgle bum. Nurgle bum. Nurgle bum. How I love me some Nurgle bum. You know what? Let's do the frickin' nipples right now. Let's do the nipples. Because I know you guys are just dying to know, right? Just dying to know? Just dying? Are you not entertained? We're going to hit him with Cardboard Crimson. And then we're going to feather it out a bit. Yeah, like so. Yeah. Come in, we'll hit a little bit more. Yeah. Just like that. That's good enough for me. Just a slight, variation in color. I don't think you need, do the whole thing. Go hog wild on the areolas and stuff. Talking about Nurgle's areolas, like, what kind of world do we live in? Where I'm talking about Nurgle areolas. My God, man. My God. The apocalypse will soon be upon us. Because I'm talking about frickin' Nurgle areolas. Not Aurora Borealis, by the way. That's something else. In case you're wondering. You know, let's throw a little bit of this onto the palette too. Let's break this down. There's a lot more areas that need some more discoloration. But those nipples, that's as far as I'm going with them nipples. So, don't ask. Sit there and go, Chris, we really like to see how far you'll go with those Nurgle nipples. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't want to know. You don't want to know. You don't want to know. I'm telling you right now, you don't want to know. One more. Why not? Somebody might be asking yourselves, what did Chris just add to his shade wash? I added Liquitex Fluid. For anybody who was wondering what I just added to it. This thins it out, as well as keeps that nice capillary action that we all know and love from this stuff. So basically it'll just tint the surface ever so slightly, and it'll still creep into the recesses that we all like. That characteristic we all like. That creepy characteristic that we all don't like. Yeah. Basically, I'm just going for some of these little kind of like pimples and stuff around the surface, you know. Just bring some attention to those, bring some color. Bring some color variation to the skin. Yeah. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. I'm digging it, digging it, digging it. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Hitting some of these folds in the flesh. Some of these deep ones here. Real deep like. Yeah. Bring those nice values back. All kind of that nice little disgusting look. Yeah. Oh, the one thing I keep forgetting is his hand. I keep forgetting about that freaking hand. I have to wait till that dries. Any comments, questions, smart-ass remarks? Evan Flo, good evening, sir. Have you accepted Nurgle as your putrescent? I can't even say the word. Putrescent? No. Anyway, Lord and Savior. I know, I completely screwed up the joke. I completely screwed up the joke, I know. Doomlork. I don't think I've ever read that name before. Nurgle Nips. Yeah, so that's the only time you're going to see any kind of nipple on my shows. Right there. Nurgle Nips. Ebb and flow at Chris. Time for a parody of O Tannenbaum. Oh, Nurgle Bum. Oh, Nurgle Bum. I can't see past your Nurgle Bum. Oh, jeez. Ebb and Flow got nearly a year to make it happen. Well, you're going to have to remind me, Ebb and Flow, because I'm very forgetful. Oh, Nurgle Bum. Oh, Nurgle Bum. Why can't I see around your Nurgle Bum? Oh, man. Yeah, we're broken. We're broken people, I know. In case anybody's wondering, I'm just grabbing some more Carver Crimson. Threw some more Liquitex Flow Aid in it. Thinned it right out. Oh, excuse me. And this is going around some of these little pimpules. Yeah, like that. That's what I'm looking for right there. Damn. Damn. Oh, Nurgle Bum. Oh, Nurgle Bum. Why can't I get rid of my Nurgle Bum? Oh, woe is me, my Nurgle Bum. It's too gigantic, my Nurgle Bum. Oh, Nurgle Bum. Oh, Nurgle Bum. Oh, man. I don't know. Yeah, some of you guys are probably sitting at home going, what the hell is he talking about? Oh, Nurgle Bum. Is the man off his rocker? Has he finally flipped? Possibly. It's always a possibility. Oh, Nurgle Bum. I'm going to be saying that frickin' song to myself all this time now. Oh, Nurgle Bum. Oh, Nurgle Bum. Why can't I get rid of my Nurgle Bum? Oh, man. It's too goddamn huge, my Nurgle Bum. My pants don't fit because of my Nurgle Bum. Nurgle Bum, oh Nurgle Bum. Why can't I get rid of my Nurgle Bum? Oh, man. Maybe that's a sign I should just get off. It's like, this man is completely off his rocker. What the hell is he talking about, Nurgle Bums? I can't say it. I can't. I just can't. I might, but I'm not. Oh, Nurgle Bum. Oh, Nurgle Bum. How I loves my Nurgle Bum. Alright. some more baubles over here on his leg. Let's get some of these. I'm sure some of you guys are probably sitting there going, geez Louise, that man is completely off his cracker. And you know what? I might be. Oh, nurgle bum. Oh, see, frickin' now I can't get rid of the frickin' song out of my frickin' head. Why can't I get rid of my nurgle bum? Oh, man. Millions of Americans today are asking themselves why they can't get rid of their nurgle bums. Shit. Oh, man. Oh, anyway. Let's go to the chat here. Let's go to the chat. Ebb and flow it, Chris. That earworm is going to stick. It is going to stick. It is going to stick. You son of a gun. It's going to stick, man. George Hintz, some of us are singing right along with you. Old man Logan, there he is. Hello, hello, old man. We're singing hymns to the almighty Nurglebum, and we're doing a little bit of painting. Oh man, I don't know. I just don't know. Grabbing back, going back, grabbing back. We're grabbing back. We're grabbing back. We're going back to some Druchii Violet here. We are going to apply this, I think, in a fairly generous manner. Yeah. I'm going to apply this around some of these other deeper points. Just these more contrasty type areas. Yeah. Not all the way around some of the points, just around just around some of the fun areas. Just to really kind of create some separation. Yeah, like so. Actually, that needs to be feathered. It's too stark. Yeah, there we go. That's alright. That's alright. Oh, Nurglebum. Oh, Nurglebum. Oh, where is my Nurglebum? Damn you, Ebb and Flow. Jeez Louise. Got me singing this goofy song. Let's get some separation at a knee. You know, let's go fairly heavy on this cluster of things. Whatever the hell it is. No idea what it is, but we're gonna go heavy on it. We're going heavy. And on the foot, let's go a little bit heavy on the foot here, but we're gonna feather that. Yeah, let's feather that. Like so. She was a hoe, for sure. Oh, Nurglebum. Oh, Nurglebum. I can't stop singing about the frickin' Nurglebum. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Yeah. I am mostly happy with this model. And that is a very rare occurrence for me, to be mostly happy with a model. Like where I'm ready to cast them off and move on to the next project, you know. Plus, too, I've been doing this model for, I think, for like 2 weeks now. So I think I am ready for a change of pace. Let's get some more shade in there. Some more lines. There's something I keep thinking of forgetting to do. Oh, right, I was going to do that on the skin. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Old Man Logan, better than Wang Chung. That was stuck in my head. Oh, as soon as you said it, man. Like, as soon as you said it, the song started playing in my head. Oh, man. Ebb and Flow at Chris. I'd like to thank the Grammy nominating committee, my children, and of course Nurgle for making this possible. Oh, Nurgle bum, oh, Nurgle bum. How I keep singing this stupid little Nurgle bum thing. Good grief. Yeah, you know what? To be honest, people, I think this is the first time I've ever really been happy with, you know, a model, as it were. But now, I'm going to take a little bit of this pale skin from scale 75. I'm going to just pick out some of these high points on the flesh. Just for gigglies. Just for gigglies. Now I'll just use a bit of water. And basically what I'm going to do is, I don't know if you guys can see it very well, but I'm going to catch some of these high points on like the fingers and stuff. Basically just bringing out the texture. Yeah, like so. Oh, Nurgle bum, Nurgle bum. I can't stop singing about your Nurgle bum. God damn it. Oh, jeez. Louise. Anyway. Alright, let's see if I can hold like this. Just so I can show you guys what I'm doing. I'm whistling the damn thing now. Oh, Nurgle bum. Oh, Nurgle bum. I can't stop singing about Nurgle bum. Gonna have to call the men in the white coats there pretty soon, I think. Cracking up. Freaking cracking up. Losing it. Losing his cool. Losing his cool. I wonder how this will look if I paint the striations on his muscles up on his shoulders. I don't want to get too carried away though, because then I might end up doing all his muscles. Let's give it a shot here. That's how it look. I'm not gonna lie, it looks pretty darn cool. Just need to thin this this color out just a little bit. Get it flowing. 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 Keep those doggies rolling. Ride. Yeah, it's actually not too bad. There's just a little bit more texture to that area. Oh, I gotta catch those baubles again. Damn it. Get these things again. Finally, relief. I don't hear the song anymore. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Keep them doggies rolling. Oh, you son of a bee. Too much water. Messing up my works. It's messing with me, man. It's messing with me. You know what though? That's not bad. I'm actually kind of liking all that. I'm kind of digging it. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm just kind of digging everything about this dude right now. It's been a lot of fun to paint. And it's important. It's important to have fun when you paint. Because if you're not, then, you know, what's the friggin' point, right? What is the friggin' point? Let's go back to the comments here. Greenleaf Studio caught at Chris watching some weird ass video about how to be bitten by mosquitoes. Yeah, that's Veritasium. He's a huge YouTuber. He's all about the science. It's all about, you know, are we genetically predisposed to, you know, are some people more susceptible to mosquitoes than others? And right now, the DNA says that we are. There are people who are not resistant, but they're not attracted, the mosquitoes aren't attracted to them. And there's some people who are attracted, more attractive to mosquitoes than others. Of course, there's other factors as well, as the amount of carbon we're putting out, and you know, stuff like that. But yeah, that's what I was watching. It was a video on mosquitoes. It was Veritasium. If anybody watches Veritasium, excellent channel. Excellent channel. Anybody who wants to expand their brain power, that's one of the channels you tune into for expanding your brain power. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Keep them doggies rolling, ride. Don't ask me why I'm singing that now, but I'm just glad to be off Nurglebum. I think I finally kicked the addiction. Oh man, I had a wicked Nurglebum addiction. Oh man. How long have we been going here? I don't even know. Time we at here? We're at something. How long have I been running? None of these damn things will tell me how long I've been running for. Come on, man. I've been running for 2 hours? Almost 2 hours, I think. Well, I think I'm going to stop there because I'm pretty much done as far as what I need to get done. And I think the next thing is to airbrush this guy with some varnish. Well, that's not something I'm going to do on camera. I'm going to do that off camera. And yeah, I think I'm going to be done. I think we're done. Are we done? I think we're done. Right? Rotigus, are we done? Grim, you've been running for about an hour and 42. I've been running almost an hour and 42? Holy caramoles. George, Nibblebum, raw Nibblebum. Nibblebum? Nibblebum. I don't know where we're going with any of that, but anyway, I want to thank you guys for tuning in, joining me for a little bit of paint session. Thanks for asking a question or two there, crew. I think next time what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the Discord audio channel open, so we'll be able to see who's joining in live while we're doing the show live. And yeah, I think it'd be kind of fun. Carry on some voice conversations while we're working away on our models. I have no idea what I'll be working on next week. I'm willing to bet I might even still be working on this model because there's a lot of stuff I want to get done. I'm not even halfway. Well, I'm over halfway done them, but I mean, there's just more I want to do, and I need to seal this guy before moving any further forward. And yeah, so thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share and comment, and and all that other goodness. Of course, catch me at waythebrush.com and join us there. And of course, next time I do one of these paint nights, I do post them on Twitter, so be sure to follow me on Twitter. Of course, I've been posting pictures of my work in progresses and stuff like that on Instagram, so check that out as well. Of course, if you go to waythebrush.com, it'll have all the info there in the description below. Well, actually, it's not on Twitch, though. But if you go to waythebrush.com, you'll get it all. You'll get everything. waythebrush.com. I don't know. Did we learn anything? Did we learn anything? I don't think we learned a thing. Other than now I've got this frickin' Nurglebum song in my head now. I'm gonna have to actually probably write some lyrics to it or something like that. I don't know. So, to all you guys and your Nurglebums, take care. I'll see you guys. Take care of your brushes. I'll see you guys later.